Okay, I have a reading about the current situation in the U.S. This is February 1st, 2026, and a lot's happened just since the last reading I did about the U.S. So I'm going to pull my cards here, and when I was looking at my crystal, I got some messages here that there's some things happening behind the scenes that we're not all aware of as far as what's being done with the release of certain files and some more stuff. So I'll get into that in a minute. The first card that comes up is the Tower. And this means structures and systems are about to collapse. Okay, so we have our system that's currently in place. It's going to crumble, and this could be for the better. When we think about this, the current situations we have going on, it's just not going to work. It's not going to sustain itself. And a particular person in power is going to watch things crumble beneath his feet. And so especially when I pull the Tower with this administration, I think about the tower that he lives in, the Trump Tower, and that business and his name and everything that goes along with him, I think is going to fall apart. And that, I'm hoping, is what happens. Okay, and then we have the world. So it seems like the world is paying attention at this time. They want the cycles that we're currently in to end. They want, the world wants it to be more balanced. So you can see here we have the fire and the water and the earth and the air energies. The world wants a more balanced system. And so we have to see the current one in the U.S. end, or we can't continue. And I do believe that it will. It's just going to take some time, and we're going to see what is coming through. Okay, Four of Cups. So currently, what's happening with the administration and the things that are coming is that there's a lot of emotions that are at play here. We have a lot of victims, we have a lot of people suffering, and there's so much going on that we almost can't keep track of all this that's happening. But what we don't see is that there's something in the back, okay, that we aren't aware of. This other cup that's going to prove very beneficial to us as a nation in the future. And in my opinion, it's like the cup of truth. The cup of blessings is going to come forward. We're so worried and we're sick of it. It's like almost like this, we keep hearing all this stuff and we're tired of nothing being done. So let's see what is going to be done. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups. This is a walking away, okay? People are going to turn their back on certain people, and they're going to leave support of this person. People who with the current administration, people who maybe previously supported him are going to turn their backs. And some people have found that, family members they might know are already saying, like, I made a mistake for my vote and this and that. But there's a lot of us that have been aware of this as a problem for so long, and we're sick of it all. We just want it to end, and we want to leave it behind because it's hard to take it in. Okay, then we have the Queen of Pentacles energy coming forward. And this means it's a divine feminine energy stepping forward. And this shows me springtime, like Taurus energy. So that would be late April, early May. So after the spring equinox, I think we're going to start to really feel a shift. And I think a lot of the women and the innocent people who have been suffering are going to get some kind of relief. Something's going to happen to where they can be themselves in a way and be more free. And I think the earth itself is going to heal. When it lines up here, it lines up with that world energy. So again, we're going to see people turn away, and I think there'll be some justice involved in that, where there'll be more balance and more stability and more grounding. And then we have the King. So we have the Queen and the King. So we have divine feminine and divine masculine energy stepping forward, both around springtime. I see this like during Taurus energy season, so spring equinox, late April, early May. I think there will be some very strong balancing, grounding, logical energy coming forward. So let's see what else the cards are going to tell us as far as what will happen when that tower falls. Okay, the Ace of Wands. So there's going to be a fire being lit. People are going to feel very inspired to take down this tower, okay? I think the victims are going to feel very inspired. I think the U.S. itself is going to feel very inspired that justice will be served and will happen, because I know a lot of us are thinking, like, what's going to happen? Nothing's ever done. Nothing is ever changing. But there will be a new beginning to this energy. And I'm seeing this potentially happening by like summertime, okay? So if we hang on till maybe July, we might see some big inspirational energy in the U.S. Oh, and then we have the star. Okay, so when we look at these here in this line, we have the star, which is the blessing of the universe, okay? So after this inspirational time, the universe itself is going to come down and create that harmony for us, okay? We will be protected, we will be blessed, and we will be victorious as a country. So we've gone from the 1 to the 7, so Ace of Wands to the 7. Here we have that energy. If we look at it on this side, we have that not wanting to face everything, and then we have that grounding and balance coming forward. And then we have, if you look at this unicorn, this fierce, defensive, powerful energy of, I will burn it down before I allow you to get away with this. And I do feel like that's going to happen. Potential summertime. I'm seeing some real movement forward with what's going to happen. Okay, and then the subconscious message, is the 6 of Swords. So this is just, I think the U.S. is going to move away from the things that are harmful to us and have been dividing us, and it's time to set them away. So whether that means people will, because swords can sometimes represent thought and justice, so maybe those people will be sent away, or maybe something will happen where they're no longer in power and their thoughts are no longer controlling people, okay? And it's something a lot of us are worried about. We just want it to go away. We want to move away from that, and we want to stick to what is in our future. And our future is looking positive. It's just not going to be quick until the season comes. So the first, again, there's the walking away. Then we have that balancing energy in the springtime where we're starting to feel more like ourselves. And then we have the fire, passion energy coming forward. And with the star lining up with the World card, there may be potential for outside forces to help us, okay? So something could happen with maybe another country stepping in, or somebody coming in to validate us and make us feel whole again.